Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing all right. Been a while. I've been pretty busy. Last stream I was going to do, my internet cut out on me. I wasn't able to do anything that night. I was out for a few hours. I don't even know what happened. Just went online and looked and it said there was a outage in my area. Sorry about that. Besides that, I've just been really busy with work, trying to keep up with everything. Understand that as well. Besides that, how's everybody doing? I miss everybody. Able to jump in and listen to a few streams yesterday because I've been so busy with work. My house hasn't been getting the care it needs, so that's what happened yesterday. And today I don't have to go into my second job, so I get to hang out with you guys for a while. I do have my daughter who is down for a nap right now, so who knows how long that'll be before she gets back up. I do have something to show you guys today, though. I think you guys will enjoy. We'll get to that here in a bit. See how everybody is first. Who all's in here? 12 people so far. Right, Nana? I don't know what I would do without nap time. I'd get nothing done at all. Nothing. All right. Annette, Phoenix, COC, Scuba, Steven, Silver Creek, Rainer, Eric Wyrock, Monster Fish Gal, Nano Aquarium Guy, Deb's Aqua Pets, Mitesh. Right. Nathan Hovoy. Appreciate you. It's not too bad if it's only one lawn left. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. Depends on lawn. For sure. Oh yeah, I guess this is the side of the room that you guys don't really get to see too often. Um, obviously up there's that tapestry I was telling you about. That's the from Harry Potter, the black family Christmas tree, the family tree. It's got like Sirius and all. Kind of neat. This is the orange flash pistol tank, 5 gallon, male and female pair in there. Big old giant blob of weeping moss. I mean, it's probably half a pound of weeping moss. Started off from a little cup that I got from Garden of Eden. This is my shrimp tank. Bunch of shrimp in there. And that's the baby pleco grow out tank down there on the end. Big piece of wood in it. I see the little white specks all over that wood, or little plecos all over it. Down here, I don't know. See, come back. There he is, right there. That is the last flower horn that I have that I kept for myself. Soap guy by himself. He killed all his tank mates. So finally, I was waiting for him to get aggressive. I knew he would eventually. But what's odd is he is significantly smaller than all of the other flower horns that Ian has, that only Oscar has, all of them. It's really small. He's still only like 3.5 inches. Surprisingly, he eats good. I feed him at least twice a day. Kelly Foreman. Right. Then my half-assed organized storage shelf. But I put up for tanks, but I haven't gotten around to putting any tanks under there. I need a place for all this stuff. Because I'm not going to clutter the rest of my house with everything that I need for in here. Yeah. Over here, this is that 3 foot 75 gallon that I was telling everybody about. Harrison, this is a 29 gallon. 3 foot 75, 29 gallon. clearly see a bit of a difference there. It's a lot taller than an average 75 and a foot shorter side to side. My favorite tank. It originally had about 20 Dojo Loaches, 13 Zodiac Loaches. I've got 4 decent sized clown loaches that I've had for a while. There's one platy in there, or one female sword tail. That's it. I removed a lot of the Dojo Loaches just because it was getting overpopulated and a lot of them were getting larger. So we got 4 left in the tank, 4 regular Dojo Loaches, the 4 clown loaches, all 13 of the Zodiac Loaches, and the swordtail, female swordtail. That's a fun tank. We got one like natural colored dojo in there and 3 albinos, or golden albinos, I guess you could say. And clown loaches, I got anywhere from about 3 inches to 4 inches. I had several others. There's probably a couple of different species of hill stream still in there that I haven't been able to get to, hiding around in there somewhere. There's not a lot in there. Everything that's in the tank, besides like the piece of wood and the piece of slate that I put in there, everything in that tank is from my grandfather before he passed away. I haven't touched anything with it. All the gravel, everything, same stuff. I plan on doing some stuff different, but a lot of the rocks that he put in there are rocks that my grandmother, who passed away before him, collected. So it's kind of really sentimental. So I got to get in there and get all those stones out, get those put up. Then after that, that's going to be a really nice big planet tank. Thinking dirted and cap. My way, I should say. It's not really the Wallstead method, or because I'm still putting ferts in the soil. But yeah, I'm excited. I got the axle out. You guys can't really see. Well, I guess you can kind of see me with the name tag. Like here, the corner, you can see the corner of the tank. A 15-gallon tank fits perfectly on the bottom shelf of this stand that I built. That's where I've got him, and it's right above the air vent, so it's quite a bit cooler. I keep this room heated at like 82 to 85 degrees. And back behind me here, on the other side here, this is, we got the African knifefish, got a female betta, and one black neon tetra, as well as a. No, that's it. That's all I have in there. All right. Then the 55, which all I have left in there is a random cichlid that I don't know what is, that showed up in my fish room somehow. I have a couple more polar blue tiger parrots in there just to give something, cycle it with a bit more. And then that like 14-inch tire tracking. And this other tank that we're going to take a look at in a minute. Yeah, it's not a very big room. You guys have normally only saw this half of the room. And then this, where my desk is now, my 55-gallon that sits behind me still was sitting here, and I was sitting underneath that window. I'm not done in here yet. These are going to get cleaned up a bit. These 10 gallons are going to be going over on top of here. This is that 75-gallon. I took the 75 down, put some 2x4s across it, and I'm going to put 10 gallons going all the way across this. That's right back here. Can't see it because there's a black sheet over it. Just a bunch of boxes of junk I'm taking out of here. I haven't had time to run to storage yet. That's going to get covered in 10-gallon tanks. And this wall over here is actually the same wall that I'm building a rack on eventually this summer. It's going to go all the way out to the edge of this 55 stand, or this 75-gallon stand right here. It's going to go all the way up to the ceiling. It's going to hold all my smaller tanks, 10s, 20s, 15s, whatever. And that'll open up a lot of the room. Like I get this 20-gallon off the floor. You're supposed to be taking a nappy, little girl. Yeah, you took a shower. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Little butthead's supposed to be taking a nap. I put her down at 1:30. It's almost 3 o'clock. Whips World, Steven, Glitch. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you, thank you. Nothing special, but it's also a work in progress. I'm not looking for it to be looking super fancy or anything like that. This is just for my own personal amusement. So, not so worried about tank placement, everything else like that. As long as they're stable and they're not going to get fucked up where they're sitting, I'm all right. Use some of the tanks. I haven't done algae scrubbing in some of these tanks in a little bit here. I've been letting them just kind of go. No reason or rhyme, because I can. Um, like I've been letting all the algae grow on the back wall of this tank down here, trying to grow out another algae wall. Seem to do pretty well with it, but I've been able to get like a good like half-inch thick carpet of algae on that back wall, and it looks so nice with pictures and stuff like that. It almost looks like they're in a natural habitat more so. Just scrapes right off. It's just algae. Oh, I haven't, Phoenix. I'm sorry. I kind of forgot about it. Flathead or flatworm, hammerhead flatworm. Well, for you it's been 16 minutes, but for me it's 2:48 here, man. Gonna be right. Well, I guess we can take a look at this now. Yes. I guess. Right. So if anybody would like to come up for a few minutes, chit chat, hang out, I don't mind. Keep it chill. It is only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So all right. This off for a minute. This. All right. Let's see what I can do here. You guys will really enjoy this. I have been enjoying the shit out of it. Blue Coachus in from Dan's not long ago. I also decided to put them in the tank with this giant hide. Yeah, there's nothing special about the tank. Nice big gravel bed. I've got some aqua soil and eco complete and stuff underneath in a layer. This little piece of driftwood. I got like one of those cylinder glass pieces with quite a few different species of plants growing out of it. I got kind of the same thing over here with a crypt that just does not like this tank for some reason. Wait for some here. Up here, got some Boost. I'm doing really well. Then I've got some Monte Carlo, and there's also some Pink Flamingo in there. So it's holding on for dear life. It's kind of just like aqua soil, fluval stratum, capped with some sand. Messy there. Pretty much the same thing. Little hide I set up on top. These guys are awesome. They're so active. They move all. I mean, they're just going everywhere all the time. There's 8 of them. There's also 2 baby puckos in here. That's it right now. Waiting to grab those snails and the Cipollini Cories. But yeah, I didn't. These tetras really love this hide though. Just from sitting here watching them and knowing how like blind cave tetras act and stuff, it really makes me wonder how closely related these would be to like the blind cave tetras. I kind of want to start looking into that here soon. The back, I just have a um, Seachem Title 35 with a net kind of like rubber banded over it. Kind of key. I didn't know how small these Kochus were coming in, so I did that just to kind of keep them from stuck in there. Also helps keeps the baby plecos from going up and underneath in the cavity that's underneath there. Yeah, nothing special, at least yet. Looks like I have to balance that height a little bit, settle it a bit. On the one side, it seems more than the other, which is nothing. Just gonna wiggle it around a little bit until it's level. And then I'm about to be planting the other side where that dying crypt is, melting crypt, just like I did the other side. Give it a little even. We'll hide that sponge filter a bit. The wires in the back. Well, I plan on putting a cover on the back. So here's the stuff temporary. The black behind it's like one of those black foam poster boards. We just kind of got sit leaning up against the wall behind it. Then the lights, Blue Wolf 3.0. Nothing special. I will say I'm using my favorite gravel though. It's real fine. It's the Stony River Blue Ridge Rock. Real fine gravel, but it's kind of like more natural looking mixture um, than a lot of the other gravels and stuff out there. I really like it. And I figured it would be good for the tetras because I'm not quite sure how these guys lay particularly, but most tetras are egg scatterers. So I figured it would be good for that since there's only those two little baby plecos in there and that's it. The other Kochus. This camera's not really able, the camera with the light and everything isn't really able to catch these guys' color too well. See what I can do. Bit of action going on and stuff too, so excuse me. A lot of lights stuff on behind me. Turn a lot of them off, huh? Oh man. Yeah. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite tanks that I have right now. With the hide and Tetris, particularly how active they are. Really fun to watch. They're just a really pretty fish. The blues and the like purplish kind of reddish hues that you get in their tail is just absolutely stunning. I can't the cameras that I have and whatnot will do no justice whatsoever with how pretty these fish are. Dan's fish has a great picture of these guys. Good. Oh, a little baby plecos. Is this the pretty one? Might be the real pretty one that has a bunch of spotting and stuff on him, almost like a snowball. Oh, focus. Oh, you're not gonna focus. Whatever. Whatever. Trying to get these guys to come out towards the front of the glass a little bit here, see if we can catch a glimpse of that color on them. Kind of see the flashing blue on his tail there as he's swimming around in front of it. They're fast. Yeah. They're all doing all 8 of them. I ordered 8, got 8, and they're all still doing really well, fat and healthy. Like sitting back and watching them though. Styrofoam knife. Get flat, maybe. Stand. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Show you this with it. Nothing special going on here either. Photos. What are those bastard Zodiac looks? Hey, there's one of the clowns. The other clowns likes to hide in this little fake piece of wood here. Wait for the Zodiacs to come out. You guys are funnier than hell, watching each other chase each other around and stuff. Oh, come on. Let him sit for a minute. This tank did have an issue with some blackbeard algae for a while, and it's finally starting to die down. Thank God. I just kind of let it go and let it do its own thing. Hey, there's one of the Zodiac loaches right there next to the clown loach. These clown loaches act just like my dojos do. They come right up to me when I'm stick my hand in the water. Those guys are a little more timid. They don't let me like touch them and stuff like my dojos do. But every once in a while, they'll come up and rub up against me, and I'll be able to touch them without them freaking out and stuff. Pretty cool. A little bit of algae on the front glass there. Mind it. But yeah, and a super fun tank. They're just golden albino dojo loaches, Phoenix. That's all. How are the Firemouth and the Weisher doing for you, Monster Fish Gal? Hope you're doing good. They're super healthy, doing super awesome for me when I had them, so I'd assume they're doing good for you too. Yeah, the bee. It's a super fun time. I'm waiting for them all to come out and sit right in front of the tank there. Right there. I just can't see right there. A lot of times these guys will. I got this damn heat gun, right? A lot of these guys will sit here and chase around. Like here goes the clown loach. They're chasing after the laser. Cracks me up. But you gotta hurry up and stop before they get too close. Before they hurt them. Don't want to hurt their eyes or nothing. But like I got the tire track all wound up with it the one day. Yeah. He started trying to eat it. That's funny. Wish the other loaches would come out. Give it a second, they will. Zodiacs are gorgeous. It's a 3 foot, 75-gallon tank. So it's 3 foot wide and extra tall. Can't remember off the top of my head exactly how tall. It's tall. So my guy, good luck finding a 3 foot 75-gallon. This is the only one I've ever seen. Only one I've ever seen. I got it. Makes me think it's custom though, because like there was no label, there was no brand tag, nothing. Just tank and trim. Oh, it's just so funny. That one's the super friendly one. One of the Zodiacs darted out from underneath there. Zooming around the bottom there. So what's everybody up to? How's everybody's day going? Yeah, Phoenix. I agree. They really are gorgeous. Yeah, really keep that nice golden white shine to them. That glass is real thick. It's definitely not the regular standard. Got to be a little thicker. If not, I'd be surprised. I have to measure it. Have to measure it. With it being taller, I'd assume it'd be thicker, but it may not be. Let's show at work right now. Of course, sharing this will only bring to. Knock on wood, jump quick. Working and lurking. All right, Steve-O. Hmm. Pull up my Instagram here. Also a super fun tank to watch. They're always moving around and doing something. Well, it looks like it's a quarter inch. whip. What I can tell is my tape measure right off the rip here, leaning over. Let me bring you my two fat hog Daddy JoJo's if we both go to the bush. I'll see why not. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. I never. Well, it's a fun tank. I'll just say that. I've always wanted to turn it into a saltwater tank, but at the same time, I don't want to like just ditch what I'm got going on in that tank. I'm just kind of like biding my time until all these guys die out, and clowns get too big and whatnot. It's a lot less chill. Not that there's half the amount of fish that was in there, but still active enough. I'd say. Loach is that clown loach is so full of spunk today. I like it. I don't think I've ever shown this tank on camera. I don't believe so. Oh yeah, I've seen column tanks. Yeah, very interesting. That's for sure. I I can't say I've set up a few of them. It's not something I'm personally attractive to, but I mean, there's a lot of different applications and stuff that you can use that for that really stand out. 36, 18 by 25. That's the biggest 3-footer I've come across. So that's the one. That one would be better. 60 tall, 421, yeah. Yeah, this a big tank. I tried to get a quick while I'm standing here, yeah. Yeah, I have. I guess technically this is a 65. But what's weird, like when you go into add water in it gallon per gallon, it adds up to say like 72 and a half gallons. Oh, fuck. It's been a long day. It's only half over. All right. Yeah, I don't even know how much one of those would be. It's just such an odd shape or an odd footprint of tank that different. You don't see it too often. So I'd assume would be worth a bit more. I never paid for that one, so right. All right. Figure something out here. Sorry, I'm reading something right now. All right. All I can tell you. All right. 2 hours work left. That's not bad. That's not too shabby at all. Heck yeah. All right. Enough of all that. Can you hear me? All right, I think you can. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't know. Looks like you can. At least from my end. All right. Where this camera's at. Yeah, not too bad. All right. Better. Well, maybe. Hold on. All right. Here we go. Yeah, still got a few things left to do in here. I get those tanks up behind me there and whatnot. Get that rack built this summer. Besides that, I don't have a whole lot planned in here. Besides getting new fish. Gina's Reef, how's it going? I had to call on. The pictures I took were on the phone. I ran over with my truck. Oh no. Right. Where are we at? So everybody's aware, I don't have a whole lot of time to be on here today. So it'll probably only be about an hour. So, which means I'm getting off in about 13 minutes. But I had a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to share this with you guys today. I didn't think I'd be able to, but I had a few things done in here, enough to be able to do this. So hope you guys enjoyed and see some of the stuff that I keep here at home. I know it's nothing extravagant right now, but I've gotten rid of 90% of the fish that I've had at home here over the last couple months. So, yeah. But I'm now at a point where I can start rebuilding and putting things back together the way I want them again. So, it takes a little time. $225 for non-drilled. That's not bad. It's honestly not bad at all, Whip. It's understandable. Electric or Silver Creek.
Not.
Hey.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't change my audio. All right, better? Talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hi.
What's up?
Nothing. Just got done with IEP meeting for Kane's school. It was a Zoom, though, so I got to do it in my jammies. But yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
Electric Creek. Yeah, that came out all messed up. The last word out of that sentence came out again when I went to say his name or Silver Creek's name, so it came out Electric Creek.
Reminds me of the electric slide.
Yeah. Electric Creek sounds funner though.
Yeah.
Or is it like the old people's version because their bones are creaking?
Oh. When your hip replacement starts creaking. Electric.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Electric Creek.
Electric Creek. What's up?
All right.
Not much. Figured I'd come on for a couple of minutes.
Appreciate
Make Brennan stay on longer.
Right.
Yeah.
See?
15 minutes, bet. Let's hop up there. Make this a party.
I mean, you're more than welcome to stay and do whatever you want. I don't care. But I have stuff I have to get done.
What a loser.
I don't ever get time off during the middle of the week at all.
What a loser.
Is that me echoing?
I don't notice an echo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't notice one at all.
Really bad.
Do you have YouTube open by chance?
Oh gosh, I'm an idiot.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, like I haven't done this enough times to know by now.
You know, oh my God, something
I do it to
weird happened the
myself.
other day. I was listening to the Aquatic Morning Show before I went to work, and then like 2 hours later, I was at work. I didn't even have my phone out. All of a sudden, it started playing like a past Aquatic Morning Show. Like my phone just started playing the intro music, and I'm like, what? And then it was stuck like that. I had to literally like turn my phone off. Like a ghost went into my phone and decided to play a past Aquatic Morning Show. It was weird.
Right.
Like-
I'll run it on my TV sometimes, and then I'll go back in, and it'll be like playing another one from 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Like, she's getting the hours.
right.
Right.
But it wasn't even playing in the background. I was like, YouTube was closed. I don't know what happened. Like it just started. A ghost got into my phone and just started playing Jess. I don't understand it.
Dang ghost man. Put the X on them.
Dude, you should see-
Exercise your demons.
Right?
Before I put a lock on my phone, like the amount of like pocket pick YouTube videos I would play randomly in my pocket and just start blurting shit out in public and in customers' houses and shit was absurd. My favorite one though was a Bill Burr comedy show with him talking about it's kind of bad. It was one of his racist jokes that weren't really racist, you know what I mean? But the customer that I was at was a new customer. He's black. He's a black man. His family and everybody's there, and like, oh, it was so uncomfortable
That's funny.
until they started geeking out too.
Right. Jess is hacking. Jess is hacking my phone. If I didn't know Jess, I might believe you, but knowing Jess, I doubt it.
Yeah, that was terrible timing. It was ridiculous. But come to find out, they've already watched it and listened to it, and they enjoy it too. So
Yeah.
I can't complain too much. I wasn't going to question it. I thought I was going to get in trouble for a minute there, though.
That's funny.
It was completely unintentional.
Okay, you mofos is back, but Gina, you got to enter Big Bitch in the Fish Show or what? I don't know yet. So it's been a month and 2 days since her last egg laying, and she hasn't laid eggs yet. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back in my photos to see when the dates were that she like laid her eggs and see if there's a pattern to it. Like a consistent amount of time, and then I have to like map it out and see if that's gonna be around the time that she's laying eggs. So I will not take her if she's sitting on eggs. I'm not gonna stress her out.
That's smart.
Yeah. For me, she laid almost every 3 weeks on a dot.
See, but she laid Christmas Eve was the last time she laid eggs. And it's
Yeah.
been a month and 2 days. So she doesn't even seem like she's going to lay. She's not digging abnormally. So,
Well, I mean, Gina, if you would stop messing up, it would probably lay eggs for you.
right? I know.
No,
right?
I'm just.
Yeah, pressuring you. Maybe I'll at least sponsor that section. The, what is it? The Central Cichlid 6-inch and above. Maybe after I get paid tomorrow, I'll at least sponsor that section.
Oh, that'll
I got
be
the
awesome.
saltwater one. Saltwater one's mine.
Saw that.
Oh, I've got bad news, Gina.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't convert my 29 into a salty just yet.
That's okay.
My dad has like totally laid claim to this thing. This is actually it right here. I'm cycling it and getting it scaped and
But
all
it will
set
be
up.
salty.
One of my tanks will be salty, but
Oh.
not this one just yet.
Oh. Okay.
I'm having to consolidate a bunch of tanks right now, so I'm trying to save money at the moment instead of spending it.
It's okay. One of these days.
Yeah. I'm gonna have one. I've got extra tanks. I just took down like 3 of them, so like one of these will be salt. I may end up just doing my 120 and make it a big old 4-foot reef tank one of these days when I get tired of looking at these mollies.
Yeah.
It's gay. You already got some food.
Scooby Steve says, I sponsored the hybrid cichlid class because someone sponsored the Malawi hop class before I could. Ha! You snooze, you lose.
That's what you get.
Jeremy said, I'm just sponsoring my new fish room. It's completely understandable.
Yeah, I got a new tank I'm working on now.
Sorry, Scuba Steve's also messaging me on Instagram. Apparently he's setting up a saltwater tank and he's having me critique his scape.
Yeah, I need more time. I'm not quite comfortable with it yet. I still have a lot of research that I want to do, and I kind of want to play around with it at first. I don't know. I may just set up one of these smaller tanks, like a 10 or a 15 gallon, or maybe even one of my 20s later on or something, and just go ahead and set up and get it going. That way, when I'm ready to do something with it, it'll be ready.
All right.
Steven says, I'm trying to save money, but I also need about $500 worth of fish, right?
Right. I could spend $500 on fish in about 3 seconds.
We're about to get a $500 fish tomorrow. I'm going to pick up from the airport.
Nice. What are you getting? Or is it a surprise?
No, it's not a surprise. So you remember me talking about somebody coming in and buying all of the big show fish out of the 375 up front at my store? He went out of town to visit his grandchildren, and his pump failed in his quarantine system. They all died.
No.
Yeah. And he didn't set up his Apex yet, so there was no way of knowing that it happened.
Ugh. That sucks.
Yeah, so we got him a oh my god, what is it? I don't remember if it's an annularis or a big blueface angel. But yeah, it's show size, so it's pretty expensive.
Heck yeah.
No, what do you think, Gina, about this question Rainer has? I feel like they would do okay with in small groups.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know I think it's the hi-hat.
Oh, hi-hats. Got you. What size tank are they going into? That's an important factor.
Knowing him, probably 100 or bigger.
Oh, yeah, then they're fine. We haven't had hi-hats in the store since I've worked there, but we've had them before, and yeah, they've kept them together.
I was going to say, when I've bought them going into a store, they're usually kept in groups in the store, and they do all right. So I assume they'd be okay.
That might work, Whip. I've got a 40 breeder right here. It's an acrylic with a built-in sump. There's only like 5 fish in it too.
That's what I have is a 40 breeder.
I may do that.
And it's a 20 high. It's a 20 high sump that I made into a sump. I wish I had done a 20 long instead because I can't get my freaking protein skimmer cup out.
Ooh.
I was a dum-dum.
I'm sure I'll have a bunch of issues like that when I get started. Y'all get a lot to laugh at. What is this gimpy handicapped dude doing with these salties?
Living my best life, man. Don't judge me.
Exactly. I'm doing me, man.
Appreciate your vibes.
What's up, vibes?
All right. Oh. Freaking shoulders are sore after scrubbing them tanks yesterday at the zoo.
Yeah. I need to work on inputting the larger of the fish orders into Shopify. There's a transfer section where you can like put in what's coming in, and then once you get it in, you like check that you got it, and it'll add it right in inventory.
Okay.
But it's like 80 fish and inverts. It's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit. I'd rather do it here at home than tomorrow morning.
Right.
Yeah. But I might give up on it because it might be easier to do on a computer rather than a phone.
So Gina, do you have layers in your substrate on the tank behind you? Is it
No.
different layers?
No, that's all the same substrate. It's all the Carib Sea. What is it? It's one of the sands from the freshwater sands from Carib Sea. I don't remember which one it is. But no, she digs it and makes these big little mounds, and it just looks like layers, but it's all the same substrate.
Gotcha.
The light penetrates only so far. So
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And that fish is a fucking excavator too.
it,
Well, I've heard of some people going with like almost like the Wallstead and Father Fish method on salt tanks and running the deep substrate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
on
it's
those
supposed to
as
help
well.
with your alkalinity. So the idea is that like CO2 and stuff gets trapped in the substrate, and it starts breaking down the substrate to then help balance your alkalinity. And yeah, it's a
But
whole
at the same time, it also creates more opportunity for phosphates and whatnot to soak
Yes.
further and deeper down into the substrate, making it harder to get out of your system.
yes.
So it's like a time release system instead of
Mhm.
just like everything all at once. It leaches it out over time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, you'll definitely, like, if you don't care for that substrate properly and remove phosphates thoroughly, you're going to get a buildup of it eventually.
Gotcha. I was wondering about that. Luke, I don't know if y'all know Luke. He's Horizon gig. I don't know if y'all seen him. He has one of those, and it's basically like the epitome of the Wallstead or Father Fish, but salt. And I'm like, wait, what? You can do that? I like dirted deep substrate tanks. This might be my jam.
That 300 gallon that I had before I tore it down. I mean, I had an 8-inch thick substrate in there.
Oh wow.
And that was just solid crushed coral all the way through.
Heck
But
yeah.
that did really well at keeping everything a bit more balanced, I feel. That's the only one of the few saltwater tanks that I actually gravel vacked specifically to remove phosphates and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Jason, hello. Dream Elements, you're late. Your Stream Elements bot just started.
That is late. What's going on, Jason?
That's what I just said. Pay attention.
Maybe I wanted to say hi too, damn you.
Oh, sorry. Fuck.
What's going on, Jason?
So Scuba Steve has a question. How important is live sand in setting up a new saltwater tank? I have access to live rock, not sure of its age.
I feel like it's very important because
Yeah.
it adds a lot of different bacterias and organisms into your system that are going to really diversify everything a lot more.
Yep. Agreed.
Does the age of that live rock matter? Like, so I pulled some out of this and I've got it in a tote or a bucket with the lid on. Is it going to be pretty much inert and useless in a couple of months, or like, can I still use that?
You can still use it. It's just the bacteria is going to go dormant. So just as long as you ghost feed it, so put some food in there once a week, it'll keep that bacteria active.
Give it a little light every now and then too.
Yeah.
Little light, little water, little food.
Probably wouldn't hurt to have like an air stone or you said there's a circulation pump in there, right?
No, this is just a bucket, but I can.
Oh, just a bucket. Probably put an air stone in there just for the anaerobic bacteria. Has some oxygen.
Okay, I may do that. I'm going to do that then.
Yeah.
Because it's not a lot. It was just what was in this 29 that was probably about like that thick. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Heck yes. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do
that's
this.
that's how I started my dry rock. Is I had it in a tote and with some salt water in it, and just ghost fed it with some bacteria in it, and just seeded it. Yep.
It's
Sweet.
it's going all right. Whip. I'm still a little sore in the ribs, but besides that, I'm doing good.
Oh, I forgot about that, man. I was telling my dad about that a couple of days ago. I was like, listen to this effed up story.
I told my coworkers about it, and they're like, "That is such bullshit," about him like countersuing and stuff. And they're like, "I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm just
Yeah.
glad I
Everybody's
didn't
like,
have
I
to
would have
shoot
done the same
anybody.
thing.
yeah."
I'm glad I didn't have to shoot anybody.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and I started my live rock like months before I even had all my stuff together for my tank, just because I knew like the saltwater guru who is helping me set it all up. That's what he does. He lets his rock seed for like months before he adds it to his tank. Especially if it's used rock and you don't want hitchhikers, you actually mix up the salt a little bit higher, so like 1.030, just in case there are like any inverts, any hitchhikers that you don't want. It'll like aptasia and stuff.
1.0230 or 1.030?
1.030 or
Okay.
higher, or 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, get it
That's what I
higher.
usually go through is 3.5.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm learning it as well because
Yep.
y'all talked me into it now. It's
When
happening.
it comes to anytime you're able to get away with stuff like just raising the salinity to get rid of hitchhikers and anything else like that, I would go that route.
Yep.
It's a lot safer for your animals. It's a lot safer for your corals and your system because you're not putting any chemicals into your tank. You're not doing this or doing that. You're, something that would kind of naturally happen
Awesome.
in a sense. So it's really a lot more beneficial to take a route like that over another. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? It's not going to work for
Mhm.
everybody, but it's definitely something to keep in mind.
Would on salt, I still have one more question. Would on a 40-gallon, would 10 gallons of sump be enough for a 40-gallon?
No, probably at least 20.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I could
I would
add
do at least a
another
20 long. Yeah.
because it's got the built-in sump in the back of it, like the back 4 or 5 inches of it, so it's about 10 gallons.
Right.
But I could fix that.
Yeah. My live sand is no longer live. I was gonna add another bag of new live sand on top of the live sand that died, but I only need one bag.
And
You
just
just
take
add some extra bacteria.
Yeah. Or you could do that and still add some extra bacteria too. It's not going to hurt nothing.
Right.
It's just going to take a little bit for that bacteria to really cultivate through all of it.
Terry, exactly. That's what we were talking about when he was telling us the original story, unfortunately. I know it sounded like horrible and bad, but I mean, it's almost better off that way as far as the law goes. I'm not saying as far as, your person and that person and life in general, but as far as the law goes, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that salinity will kill snails. 3.5 definitely.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's
So,
hard
yeah,
to get sued by
yeah.
a dead guy. You would think that. You would
Yeah.
think that, Terry. But in
No, the
Ohio,
family will go
in the
after you.
situation I was in, like there would be, even if I shot him, there'd be no way about it. I'd go to jail for manslaughter either way.
Yeah.
And especially like if I shot him and didn't kill him.
That injury is worse.
Because, and if it's outside of the threshold of my property or my home, then I am fit. Like I have had cops tell me, even one just this past couple weeks, from talking to the cops and stuff, they advise you to shoot them, pull them back inside your house, back inside through your threshold,
Mm-hmm.
and kill them inside. Kill them.
And put a water hose in their hand and say they were stealing your water.
And that's about the only way you're going to get out of anything like that. So,
Yeah.
at least here.
No, we've heard that same thing in Texas. That's what I was saying about the water hose too. Because if somebody's taking your water, I mean, it's
Is that Mini Misfit? Is she crashing the stream? Oh, he's muted. Anyway, yeah, so doing that will definitely kill snails. If you want to keep the snails, yeah, definitely inspect the rock, poke around at it. And if you're wanting to keep the snails and keep them in like a little container with the proper salt water with like an air stone in it, they'll be fine until you get it cycled. But yeah.
What's up,
I didn't
Boizzle?
do that. And got hitchhikers. I forgot their name, but I got hundreds, if not thousands, of these prickly looking flatworms that came out when the lights went out. Prickly looking flatworms.
In salt or fresh?
Oh yeah, whips. That's flatworms. All right.
Yeah. But prickly looking?
If they're big enough, yeah, you'd probably see the little.
Oh, is it bristleworms?
bristleworms, yeah,
Yeah, it's probably bristleworms.
yeah, definitely bristleworms. Oh yeah, water theft is definitely like, dude. There's
Oh,
a big issue out in the West.
Mhm.
These farms and ranches and shit. They got big ponds and lakes, dude. You got
Mhm.
people from the cartel running up on their land, fucking stealing their fucking water, dude. And they confront them, they'll shoot at them, all sorts of shit, kill them,
Mhm.
all sorts.
Dude,
of
I'm in Texas. We still have the death sentence for rustling cattle here.
stuff. Yeah,
But that was our running joke, like what the cop was telling you about bringing them in the threshold. If you can't bring them in the threshold, just stick the water hose in their hand.
yeah. Say that they're stealing water.
Yep.
shit.
They can't really speak for themselves at that point, so this is going dark.
I was told they can sting. Oh yeah. I keep thinking about making a
bite.
short.
They're large enough they can bite, and if they're also large enough and you squeeze and grab a hold of them, their bristles will stab right through your skin.
I was thinking about making a short of that, finding a nice big fat bristleworm at work and making a short of me poking it and then showing how I get the things out.
Oh gosh.
It doesn't, as long as you get them out quickly and as long as, like Brendan was saying, as long as they're not too deep, it's really not that bad. Now, if you pick up a rock and you full force, squeeze it because they're on the underside of the rock, then yeah, and it gets real deep, then it's irritating, super irritating, especially if you have, soft girly hands like me and no calluses, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kelly. That should be like everybody's life motto right there.
Do it, Gina. I will. Not tomorrow because we got a lot of fish coming tomorrow. Maybe Saturday.
You guys, another few minutes here, and I will be hopping off because I do have stuff to do.
Haha, we got you to stay later.
Hey, are you still doing game night Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, or Saturday?
Yep.
See, I would have showed up on Sunday. Where's everybody at? That was so cool last time. Getting the debut of Lady Rorschach.
Do it before a day off just in case. Yeah, so that'll be Saturday because I'm off on Sundays.
When I move out and get some land, I'll be down for that.
There's a bunch of land down here for sale, but that involves moving to Texas.
Right?
Not everybody's down for that.
I wouldn't be able to stand the heat. Oh my gosh. Props to anybody who lives down south. I mean, it already
no,
gets to like
Houston-
110 here.
Houston wasn't bad.
Houston is humid.
Yeah, it's humid here too. Yeah. I don't like the summer. I'd rather move north where there's a longer winter.
Or just 4 seasons in general. That's the thing that sucks about Texas is you have 2 seasons. And like the cold season is half and half. Like you'll have a day that's like 80, 90 degrees, and then 2 days later it's in the teens with the wind chill sub-zero. Like,
Yep.
what is going on? My immune system can't keep up with this, man.
What's funny is that these more humid areas that people don't realize is that when it gets cold in a humid area, it penetrates.
Bad.
It gets cold. Like a dry cold, like people talk about dry heat and wet
Mhm.
heat. It's the same with cold. A wet cold, it sucks.
Yes, it does.
I don't know. I'd take wet cold over a dry cold any day because once it starts hitting like the negative 20s and stuff, your lips start getting all cracked and chapped and all
Get
sorts of other
chapstick.
stuff. No, that does nothing. It does nothing
Nah.
at negative 20 degrees. It does nothing.
Nah.
freezes the chapstick, and then you've got a layer of ice
you
already
walk
there.
outside and you breathe in your nostrils and it freezes the
Yeah.
fucking moisture, and then it's
That is true.
ridiculous. Yeah, no,
Like I
I'm
think
cool.
I
It does
just
hit
filled
you.
my lungs.
I'm
with
cool on a
water.
dry
cold. Yeah.
Yeah, it hits you right in the lungs. Oh, that is true.
Mhm.
Weather just
Yeah,
sucks, guys. Extremes just suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to go snowboarding, and I would snowboard like in New Mexico and Colorado with like a tank top on. But you get that same temperature down here, and you're absolutely right. It's completely different. The humidity with that cold, it hits you a little harder. I could stand being on a snow-capped mountain in a short sleeve shirt and shorts and be just fine, but you add that humidity to it that starts just like freezing the outside layer of your skin instantly and cuts through your bones. You're like, my skin isn't even insulating me right now.
Yep.
It's bad. Leo, what is up?
How's it going?
Yeah, just in general, wet air is uncomfortable. Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
Duh. Dude.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I guess Brennan's gonna end the stream soon. How much longer?
Like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Fine. I guess I know I have a stack of paperwork I gotta fill out that I've been procrastinating all day.
I have to make it to the bank before 5, and I don't know how long it's going to take. So
My boss has a bad habit of waiting till like 5:15 to go to the bank. I think it closes at like 5:30. Sometimes he'll wait till like 5:20. And he lost track of time yesterday. He's like, "Oh, dang it, I missed the bank." I'm like, "Well, if you would go at a normal time like a normal person and not wait till 10 minutes before they close, you wouldn't have a problem."
well, I can understand why he does that too, because he probably wants to wait until he gets the funds in from the rest of from that day or that week and put it in with it.
Nah, he's just got a shit ton of shit to do. He's a busy guy. He yesterday, oh my god, yeah, I even texted him. I was like, "Hey, so I've already got 3 messages for you from phone calls. Do you want me to just text you, or because I knew he was coming in? I was like, "Do you want me to text you? Or are you just gonna deal with this when you come in?" He's like, "I'll just deal with it when you come in." And then by the time he came in, I had 2 more notes. So he had a string of 5 post-its for phone calls he had to make. I was like, "Today's just talk to Damon day. I don't know what it is."
That's funny.
Terry, I would definitely do some research before you do that. Make sure it's a dog that like may have an allergy to grains or something like that, because grain-free dog food is not as good for your dogs as people say it is.
So-
All they
yeah.
do is replace one filler with another.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
working
it
at
causes
Petco,
organ shutdown. Like
It can.
basically, the moment they start eating it, their organs can start just shutting down, and they just start dying. It, again, depending on the dog. But
it
if you've
depends on
got
the
a-
dog.
Mhm.
Working at Petco, and they, during the whole grain-free wave, and they were pushing us to sell grain-free. I had to learn
Mhm.
that because our Vetco would come in, and they're all veterinarians, and they'd be like, "No,
Mhm.
grains are good." So I had to
Mhm.
kind of learn the
Which
the
grains and
compromise.
how much.
I'd ride that line. So yeah, I'd always tell people, I'm like, well, if there's an allergy, absolutely. Like pit bulls and stuff who have very
Mhm.
sensitive skin, yeah, absolutely go grain free. But just to go grain free, yeah, no. Or at least like supplement with treats that have grain in them. If you actually give your dogs treats. I'm a bad pet dog mom, and I don't spoil my dogs by giving them traditional dog treats. If I'm eating carrots or something, oh my god, Marco. You guys hear that?
Gotta make an
Pay
appearance.
attention to
Oh
me.
my
better.
god.
You know better.
But yeah, I'll give her like carrots and like things that are dog appropriate, but table food, I guess technically. But anyway, so I'll do half and half. I do half grain free, half not grain free.
Yeah, there you go.
Because the grain free food does sit heavier. You feed less of it, so it helps save money a little bit, even though it is more expensive. I don't know. That's just what I do. I'm kind of riding the line. I go in the
Yeah.
middle. Less grain, because you do still need carbs. I actually been
Mhm.
watching Alone from the History Channel. And yeah, this one guy killed an elk hunted an elk, and he had plenty of food, but he was still technically starving because he wasn't getting carbs, he wasn't getting fats. 'Cause
Mhm.
apparently it's a very lean animal. So yeah, there are things that you need.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, your brain function definitely needs the fats in there.
Connor's
If for
screaming,
nothing
"Take me
else.
out!" If that's the thing, she is out. Her cage is open.
It's funny.
He was
Yeah, I didn't even
protesting
know
too
about the
much.
grain free thing until we bought this corgi, and the lady's been a breeder across multiple states and is a prolific breeder in the area. And she just happens to be a friend of ours, so we got a pretty decent deal on it. And she warned us of that. She was like, "Do not feed this dog grain free food."
Yeah.
She's like, "I can tell you horror story after horror story about it." I was like, "I'll just go with that."
But you also don't want to get the shit food either. So don't do like
Yeah.
Beneful or Pedigree.
Old Roy.
Old Roy. Oh my god.
Walmart special.
Yeah. Don't get the super shit food. There's good with grain. And I think a lot of the companies, when I was leaving Petco a year ago, were starting to bring back the grain foods because there was those lawsuits. And
The big thing
Purina
about it,
did a
like
big
what
research.
dog
Yeah.
food's better, what cheaper dog food's better. Like I heard something like Pet Pride, which is like Kroger brand dog food, is better than fucking Pedigree and all this shit. And like it's
Yeah.
Speaking of corgis, mine just farted and I thought he pooped in my fish shed. I was like, "What?"
I will say I do like the Blue Wild dog food a lot.
Oh my god, now my dog is going.
Or is it Wild Blue? I think it's Wild Blue.
Hold on.
Small piece.
Blue Buffalo?
No, Wild Blue.
Oh, I don't know. I there's a lot going on. Hold on, let me go grab the bird so she shuts up.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Oh, reading on with what Terry was saying, I was going to say, yeah, Blue Buffalo is a lot cheaper than some of the other grain frees that are out there.
Yeah.
Man, there's some expensive dog food. It's like more expensive to feed your dogs now than it is to feed yourself.
Yeah.
Wolves seem to do okay on straight protein. Yeah. That's all they pretty much get. Now, Royal Canin, Ritesh has it down. Royal Canin, that's some really good stuff if you can afford to go that way. The food that they make for Royal Canin is like in a restaurant. You could eat the food that they make for Royal Canin and be fine with it. It's like watching chefs cook in a restaurant when they make that. It's really good stuff. And each particular food is like designed for the specific breed too.
Kelly knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be some good stuff. Blue Buffalo got sued for lying. I wonder what they got sued for lying about.
It wasn't a 50-pound bag. It was 47 and a half.
I'm muted. I'm sitting here trying to talk, and I'm like, why are they talking over me? It's because I was freaking muted on my stupid thing. Anyway, the thing with Blue Buffalo and Purina have beef. They are at each other's throats all the time. I know this because Purina's here in St. Louis. Back in my first Petco, Purina reps would actually come in and buy 5-pound bags of like every flavor of a certain line of Blue Buffalo, and they would take them in for testing. So they were always checking each other's crap. So they just got beef. I think Purina tried to buy Blue Buffalo when they were still a small company, and Blue Buffalo said F you. And so now they're just rivals. They're two rival companies that are always on each other's tailcoats looking for any mistake that the other one makes.
And joke's on us, they're the same food.
Yeah, pretty much. Purina is trash. I do agree. I think they're large, in my opinion, they're largely successful because they have a very good marketing team. They market very well. But their food is not that great. Now, I know people that have their dogs on Pro Plan and their dogs do great. Like their sensitive skin and stomach foods are great for certain dogs, but they're the ones that make Pedigree, that make Beneful, that make those super, super low quality foods. And yeah.
Yeah, Purina's pretty big around here too. We actually do use ProPlan quite a bit here.
Peekaboo. The people demanded it.
I just go to.
Peekaboo.
No, it's not Tractor Supply.
Peekaboo.
God, why isn't it coming to my head?
Orscheln's, Russell Feed. I think Russell Feed's only in
Look
Texas.
into Animat.
It's a really big chain store. I don't know why it's not blanking in my brain. It's like Tractor Supply.
And it's not Orscheln's?
No.
Hmm.
Might be a northern thing, I don't know, but God damn it, what is their name? Anyways, there's a store similar to Tractor Supply here, and they sell like the Wild Blue foods, and that's what I get for my dogs.
Yeah. It's just, you got to look at the ingredient list. If the first 5 ingredients aren't substantial ingredients, that's just a bunch of filler food.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean like they all have to be protein, but at least 2 or 3 of those ingredients should be protein.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need it. Especially when they're first growing.
Yes.
First 2 years anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to kill your dog, feed them pedigree.
When I first adopted Logan, so he had heartworms, and he is going through his last bit of treatment for that, when the rescue still had him. And we had him for a weekend to make sure he was a good fit. And I thought they gave me a bag of pedigree that they were feeding him. And I'm like, I'm gonna let you know now. I'm gonna buy a whole new bag of dog food. We're switching him off of this. I'm gonna start switching them this weekend.
Mm-hmm. And that switching sometimes does some messed up stuff too. Like if you don't like work them into the switch of the food and just like switch them automatically, they're going to get the runs and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. Terry wants to know, do you mean Blue Buffalo Wilderness? Is it a
Nope.
metallic bag? No? Okay.
I mean, Blue Wild.
Blue Wild. You got pin feathers. Is it molting season already? Yeah. You got pin feathers. Are you going to be a cranky butt and not let me get them? You are. You're going to be a crank.
Go after it with the tweezers.
No, my fingernails, but sometimes if you accidentally like pull one on accident, then she gets mad and she bites the crap out of my finger because it's right there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I could imagine that's like pulling a clod of hair out all at once.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a waxy coating that you just kind of go like this with your finger and just kind of break it up and then get it off. And that's where all their dust comes from. Birds are extremely dusty because of those pin feathers.
I'm gonna have to learn a
Shitheads.
lot more about parrots soon. My dad has 2 of them that he's already said I'm gonna be the one taking them over. I'm like, but you haven't worked with them at all, and they're mean and violent.
It's really hard to imprint on birds when they get older, too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, one of them's about 17 to 20 years old.
Oh, yeah, that bird ain't changing. That bird ain't changing the goddamn thing about itself.
No. It either accepts you or it's not, and you have to accept that decision. There is no changing that decision.
Yeah, he's got to use one of those little retractable claw reacher arms to not pick him up. He doesn't grab him with it, but the bird it'll grab
Step
up
up
on
on it.
top of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
to put it back in its cage. I'm like, don't you think you should probably should have worked with it a little bit so that you didn't have to do that?
Yeah, too late now.
Especially to pawn it off on me.
Yeah. I mean, we say that, but you could work with it. It's just going to take a lot of patience and some time.
I will. I like birds,
Oh, yeah.
so
There's
I'll
a really good
definitely do
YouTube channel where they train birds and stuff. I'll send you a link to that YouTube channel. They go over that kind of stuff a lot.
perfect.
Well, all right, guys, it's about that time.
It's over that time. Again, go us.
Half hour out of me. My next stream, what is today? Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, next stream is going to be Saturday. Game night. If anybody would like to join, just let me know.
I'll be there.
Sounds good. So I'll write you down real quick. I don't have anything special
planned or anything like that. I got my normal stream Sunday night. So I'll see you again then. And I will 100% for sure be streaming. So I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's been doing good though. I know I haven't been able to chat much or do a whole lot of anything lately. Just know that I'm thinking about y'all. So
For sure. Life happens sometimes, man.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
People can't be forgiving of life happening, then they're not worth it.
Right. Thankfully things will be slowing down for me here soon. So that should help a lot.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you for having us up, man. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for being here.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and bounce out. I'm going to go make the kids some food.
Sounds good.
I need to make
Later,
myself some food. Bye.
See
Bye, y'all. Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.